Before we proceed with the video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you were to look in the description right now, scroll down, take a look, you will see I have provided chapters. Maybe you just want to skip ahead to the likes of all the collection continuations, or maybe you only care about the likes of weapons and tools. Just scroll down, take a look at the description, it's right there and available for you. And with that, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Over the past weekend, and as of Monday, we've had a lovely batch of skin submissions, which you can see right here. A lovely little teaser. But you're probably wondering, okay, what's the focus of the video? What are we here for? Well, basically, we're here to identify all the collection continuations. We're looking at this with a financial perspective. Basically, with all future Rust stores that are come out, if we were to see a collection continuation being accepted, there tends to be a trend where all the pre-existing skins from the same collection tend to spike in demand and spike in price. So if we were to sit here and try and identify all the collection continuations today, we can use the likes of SEMM.app to help us visualise. Maybe it might be a good idea to potentially jump in and make an investment. Yes. In short, we're here to try and make some sweet, delicious looking profits. So sit back and relax, I'll be jumping in and talking about all the new skins in just a bit. But before we proceed, you're probably looking at all of this and wondering, that's pretty interesting. How did you manage to get all of those skins in a nice presentable manner? Well, if you were to look in the top right corner of this video right now, you'll see a special card has appeared. If you were to click it, it'll navigate you to a video in which it will help you understand the many different ways in which you can build up your own full authors list. So please consider giving that a good look. Before we also proceed with the likes of all the newer skins, I also want to go over to the likes of looking at TGG's newest top picks list. Now, please understand this. This is the actual official list. Facepunch actually looks at all of these and then picks their skins from it. To give you a quick brief explanation, every single week that German guy, also known as TGG, will look at all the new skin submissions. He'll make sure that they are all of the quality standard. He'll make sure there's no potential copyright issues and whatnot, and then all those skins will then proceed to end up on his list. But recently he's announced some changes. You can see this in his own server. It's public and available, but in short, basically it's expected that there's going to be less skins in his top picks list from now on. Facepunch themselves have requested that they want all skins to be better quality and whatnot. Therefore, you're likely going to see less skins being seen in the likes of his videos. And, well, there's also now top 10 picks as well. So consider giving a look at his newest video to get a much better understanding in the whole situation. But in short, in the future, it looks like we potentially might be seeing less and less skins in his top picks list. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware that with my list, my main focus is just to try and identify potential investments and whatnot. I don't really want to bring up skins that, well, unfortunately, don't look like they're going to potentially be, accepted. I don't want to just sit here and go for every single skin submission. I only want to look at skins that actually have a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted. So if I end up refining my lists as well, I'm very sorry, but I want to keep focus and I don't really want to sit here talking about 120 skins every single week. Sorry to say. Well, at least with this week, we only have 93, which is an improvement, I guess you could sit there and say, but yeah, understand that even I might potentially, refine my lists and whatnot. But anyway, here we are. This is the newest list. If you were to look in the description right now, you'll see a link to it. So you can go through that in your own time right now if you want, or you can listen to me as I slowly go through all of them. Isn't that appealing? But yeah, so shall we get started? Shall we go ahead and start talking about all of these deployables? So first up, we've got some rug skins. What do we have over here? Well, first one is the culinary crossword. I wonder if there's a good prize if I manage to finish this off. However, here's the thing. You've just had a quick look at the likes of this skin right now. What do? Well, you could just upvote or downvote, it's up to you, You have the power to vote. But if you really happen to like a skin, you could go to the comment section and just send some positive words or sit there and say if you're hungry. Or if you don't happen to like the skin, you could probably go right there and, offer some constructive feedback. Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. You might be able to help out these skin creators in figuring out ways in which they could improve their skins, because not all skins get accepted. But skin creators very likely would like to do version 2s of their skins in the future. If you provided nice constructive feedback and for the reasons why you don't really like the skin that much, well, it'll help them out, especially if they want to consider making a version 2 in the future. And who knows, they might incorporate your feedback into the new version and maybe that gets accepted. You help them out. So, yeah. It's up to you if you wish to do that, but at the end of the day, with what we see here, a bit of a goofy design, but pretty creative. So if you like what you see, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Kieran, Stranger Sailor. Let's see how that potentially turns out. But we do have other rug skins. What do we see? Curtains rug. Now, I was questioning whether or not I wanted to consider this as a collection. with the likes of Blind Rug being accepted last week, I thought, yeah, no, this kind of feels like a bit of a stretch. Of course, it definitely gives off role-player vibes and whatnot, but then again, the Blind Rug did as well, and we're seeing very similar images for what he posted with the Blind Rug, but I don't really see this as a collection continuation, so, hey, you never know, maybe it gets accepted, and maybe Face Punch, calls that blind curtains or something. I don't know. I don't think that's going to really end up with something. But hey, at the end of the day, if you like this, if you think, I don't care if it's not going to be part of a collection, I like what it is, I want to see it being accepted, then by all means, consider voting yes or no. Even consider offering some comments and whatnot. But personally, I don't really see that as a collection continuation. Regardless, best of luck to you, Mr. McCurry. Let's see how that potentially turns out. And then what do we have over here? We have the Moonlight Rug, produced by Slivkey. Get a good look at that moon. Hey, I mean, there's not much else to say. I'm the moon. No one's going to figure out that reference, but hey, if you happen to like the moon, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Slivkey. And hey, full moon out. Best get home quickly before the werewolves get you. Alright, so imagine if they actually added that to like Halloween Rust. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Right, next up, what do we have? Furnaces. Let's go take a look at all of these. Alright, and I do believe we have a collection continuation to show off at some point, but we've got to go through all of these first. What do we have right here? Risato's Honey Furnace. Get a good look at this. Now, does it provide unlimited amounts of honey? That would be very nice for a base. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would approve of such a thing. Got the very cool looking honeycomb design and whatnot, nice and yellow. So, do you approve of it? Do you like what you see? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Risato. Let's see how this potentially turns out. But it's not the only furnace skin this week. No, we have many more to show off. Here we have the Magma Guardian furnace, produced by Sad Happy. Get a good look at this. Right, so when it's turned off, looks like that. When it's turned on, you've got the eye. I'm not sure fully what this is in reference to, but if you like it, if you're a fan of that, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Sad Happy. Right, what do we have here? Broccoli. Well, if I had some gravy, it might work out quite all right. But yep, you've got another vegetable-style furnace. So we've had like many food-related furnace skins being accepted in the past. Potentially this could be the next one. Legacy has provided to us broccoli, but as a furnace. So if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. And yeah, best of luck to you then, Mr. Legacy. What do we have? Oh, look at that. That looks a bit sinister. Yes, it's the Tiki Furnace making a return as a version 2. So this is produced by Caglian and Yenlar. Get a good look at that. Is he angry or is he singing? I don't know. But if you want to find out, maybe you might want to consider voting yes or no. So best of luck with the likes of you two. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Let's see if we end up with a Tiki Furnace. But we also do have the likes of a Submarine Furnace. We all live in a yellow submarine. Shut up, Hedge. But yeah, pretty cute. Not too crazy in terms of its design, but hey, maybe you like the aesthetic, maybe it appeals to you. Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Mr. Jessen. Next up, right, this one's a little bit out there, a little bit crazy, but this is the Water Sculpture Furnace. Look at that. Alright, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty interesting. And when it's turned on and it's night time, whoa, that's a little bit trippy. But yeah, do you like the design? Are you a fan of that? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you, Mr. Y9J and 34633. Yeah, that does look cool with all the runic patterns. But I should point out there is in fact one collection continuation that we'll be discussing with the likes of the furnaces, and that is the Moonguard Furnace version 2. So if you aren't fully well understood, not too long ago we had the likes of the Moonguard Sheepman Door being accepted, but before that we had the likes of the Furnace and the Garage Door being submitted. Now, unluckily, they weren't accepted, but now, with a version 2, a resubmission, with the likes of the Furnace back again, and I gotta give it to Pepper Carl and Universe Kid, that does look cool. I think that probably has a much better chance of being accepted now after the Sheepman Door was. Get a good look at that. Nice, cool-looking homage to the Owls of the Night. Always on the hunt, always on the prowl. Right, so let's go over to the likes of SCMM. Let's go bring up the likes of the Moon... What was it called again? Moon Guardian. Sorry about that. You literally just said the name and you already forgot. Okay, no, it's called Moon Guard Door. Hedge. Dumb. Right, so there's a problem with the likes of this skin. You might not instantly notice it, but it's mainly due to the fact that it's a Sheepman Door. Unfortunately, Sheepman Doors aren't exactly the best of investments, and with no skin immediately being accepted, more specifically a deployable skin being accepted afterwards, it didn't do a very good job in retaining its value, and it went down to just barely over $1. However, would things improve if we were to see another deployable skin being accepted? Yes, yes, of course. Now, if we were to see a proper full-fledged collection come out, all the better for it, but just one new skin, would it even be a collection if there's just 2 skins? Probably not, but as I have mentioned, there were many other submissions, so not too long ago we had the likes of Large Box being submitted. There was also a potential to see the garage door being resubmitted. So yeah, this could end up having 4 skins. We shall see. But at the end of the day, do you like it? Are you a fan of this? Please consider voting yes or no. But with the likes of the Sheepman of Door specifically, if we do end up seeing more of these Moonguard skins being accepted, more specifically deployable skins, yes, that would have a much better future. It's unfortunate for where it's ended up at, but if you were to look at most Sheepman of Door skins that came out this year, that's not too surprising. But as I said, continuations, that would definitely help it out. That would definitely increase demand, and that of course would lead to better prices. So if you want to consider making an investment right now that it's halved in price and even more, well, consider jumping in, consider making a purchase, and we'll see how it turns out. So at the end of the day, best of luck to you, Mr. Papacarl Universe Kid. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no, and we'll move on to the next skins. Right, what do we have going on here? Small boxes, alright, and a collection continuation. So first up we have Cavenci's Gothic Storage Box, looking very cool. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I like the style, I like the pattern. Do you? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Cavenci. Next up, what do we have? A very angry looking cow. I'm not sure why he's upset, or she, I'm not sure if... actually no, a bull would be a male cow, so more you know. But yeah, get a good look at that. I don't think you can milk that one. Yep, if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Nui. And what do we have over here? Well, it's a collection continuation for the Fireflies collection. It is the Fireflies wood box. Get a good look at that. Nice and glowy. Ooh. Right then, so, Fireflies, how you doing? We've had a few skins accepted over these past few years. I do believe the double doors were first. Let's go find out. Let's remind ourselves. Yep, double doors were accepted back in 2022. Then the Sheepman of Doors accepted. And then about a year later, we had the likes of the Sleeper Bag and the Furnace. Now, I believe it wasn't too long ago that we had an attempt for the likes of a rug skin and whatnot. Seems to have disappeared there. But now, we're looking at the likes of this small box. So you're going to be sitting there wondering, okay, so if this were to be accepted, with the pre-existing skins from the same collection potentially spiking demand, spiking price, I wouldn't doubt it. I would fully expect it. With the likes of deployable skins, if we keep seeing more and more skins being accepted in a deployable collection, yes, I would expect more skins, the pre-existing skins to spike in demand, spike in price. Look at it this way. A lot of people suddenly remember this collection exists. I don't want to sound mean when I say it, but we have tons of skins and tons of collections, so the likelihood would be the Furnace would improve, oh, actually, I should also point out how many skins are actually listed on the Steam market. How much stock? Well, if you were to take a look at all of these in the Steam market right now, you'll be pleasantly surprised to find out that they all have around only 20 quantity. That's only got about 31. This right here only has 16. This only has 20. And this right here only has 17. And yeah, that one's still below its rush door price. Yep. And over to here, this is doing pretty good. It's selling over $3. And this over here, yep, you got the Sheepman door. That's actually doing very well for itself. Wow. And of course, the double wooden door. We don't have many double wooden door skins. That's doing perfectly fine. If we were to see an increase in demand for likes this Fireflies collection, it can easily rise up because there's only so much quantity available. All the better for it to rise up in price. And that applies to all of these skins. So if you genuinely believe the small box will be accepted, then jump in, make an investment, because it's looking pretty good. And that is a good looking skin right there, Zinc and Himic. So if you like what you see, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. And hey, best of luck to you too. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Right then, so that's looking a little bit optimistic. What do we have next? Oh, it's another collection continuation. We have right here the Soullight Darkness small box. Yep, this is produced by Upor and Hyper Monster. So yeah, kind of quite a lot of competition at the moment. Let's see if this potentially could be accepted. But the only other skin we've had accepted with the likes of this is the Armour door. Now that was accepted a good few weeks back in March 28, and unfortunately that Armour door halved in price pretty quickly. This is an unfortunate thing that happens in the likes of armoured doors. Question this, how often do you even get to the point of having an armoured door on your base? So yeah, it's not exactly the best thing to invest towards. But if we were to see more deployable skins being accepted, it would have worked out alright surely. Well, they must have submitted how many skins now for the continuations of Soullight? We've had the likes of double armoured doors, sheepmode doors, small boxes, another attempt at the sheet metal doors, and another attempt right now with the likes of small boxes. So if you can recall, the Soullight armoured door has two sides, the darkness side and the light side. Now initially, we saw the likes of the light side getting its own sheet metal door and a small box. They weren't accepted, and now we're looking at the dark side, and well, the sheet metal doors weren't accepted, and here we are with the likes of the small box. Not sure what's going on. I get the feeling Face Punch just doesn't really seem to like this collection that much, potentially. I don't know. Face Punch decides and doesn't really make a lot of sense. But if we were to see the likes of this being accepted, yeah, I could see the likes of the armoured door improving and whatnot. But we would need to see a lot more than just one extra skin. So the likes of what we see here, if we were to go take a look at it on the Steam market, how many listings do we currently see? 56. That's not too bad. On average, every single Rust skin on the Steam market usually has an average quantity of about 100. With it only having 56 there, hey, all the better for it to potentially rise up in price, because there's only so many to go around. So we'll see how that potentially turns out. If you feel confident that small box will be accepted, consider making a move. But just to quickly remind you, there's two sides to this. So yeah, cool. Just wanted to make sure that you understand why there's a light batch of skins and a dark batch of skins. So the light ones didn't get accepted, maybe the dark ones will. We'll see. So best of luck to the likes of you Porn Hyper Monster. If you're a fan of this, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no, and let's move on to the next skins. Right, what do we have going on here? Large boxes, alright, that's cool. And then we have collection continuations. Right, so first up, what do we have here? Could this potentially be a brand new storage collection? No, it's just loot. Hey, it's very generalised. You can put whatever you want in there. That's fine with me. I can't tell you how many times people keep asking, will we have another storage collection? Will we have another storage collection? Face Punch really don't feel like it really doesn't give, they really don't give the impression they want one. So let me just put it that way. But hey, very straightforward. Just put whatever you want in there. It's fine. If you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, yeah. Next up, oh, that's looking a little bit sinister. Darkest Night, large wood box, glow and transparent. Oh, ho, ho, look at that. Loads of skulls, chains. You can see how the plating's been hammered down and whatnot. It must be very secure. That's looking pretty interesting. Yes. Are you a fan of this? Do you like what you see? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Monomic Man. Let's see how that potentially turns out. What do we have going on here? Lava Tomb box produced by Little Ranger. Ooh, looking pretty cool there. Looking pretty cool. So someone must have fallen in the box, and then lava also fell in the box, and now they're stuck in the box as lava or like rock or whatever. Oh, that's a bit tragic, isn't it? Well, if you like it, if you're a fan of that, and of course it glows in the dark, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Little Ranger. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up, oh, collection continuation. It's a resubmission of the clan-based large box. Right, so not too long ago we had the likes of the clan-based garage door being accepted, and, you know, that worked out quite alright, sold very reasonably. But since then, there's been many submissions from Kizaru to see if we could see a continuation with the likes of what we had, but no. We've gone through the likes of a furnace, a rug, sheet metal door, and of course large wood box, and none of them were accepted. So as I go over to here, remind you all of the clan base garage door. Where is it? Wow, okay, that's weird. Can't seem to find it. There we go. Perfect. Right, so over to here. Just to remind all of you, this sold for like $2.49. No, it sold for $2.99. Oof. Right, so yeah, that sold for $3, and right now, as you can see, it's basically halved in price. And there's only 58 listings. It's very thin. There's no resistance here. If we were to suddenly start seeing a whole bunch of these clan-based skins being accepted, then yeah, I would expect the likes of that would improve, and of course, that would potentially be a very nice investment. But again, it would just be the second skin. So you might see an initial spike of demand, but it probably won't last that long. So if we were to gradually keep seeing more and more clan-based skins being submitted and accepted, all the better for it. Yeah, it would be expected, but Kizaru produced 4 deployable skins and none of them were accepted. So do you feel optimistic for this? You might want to question that. But at the very least, I do want to bring this up. It looks like he's actually made changes to the clan base large box. If you look at its side, he's added this little art piece here, changing with the likes of the, you've got like the garage door section here. In the original garage door design, we didn't see that. So that's a nice little change right there, Kizaru. We should be seeing something like this with all the other deployables that you potentially might produce again as a version 2 with the likes of the clan base set. all the better to that. So best of luck to you then, Mr. Kazaru. If you like what you see here, please consider voting yes or no, and we'll see what potentially becomes of the clan-based deployable collection. Right then, so yes, you might want to consider investing into it. It's just questionable if it will be accepted, so it's in your hands. You make that decision now. But that's not the only large box skin that was a collection continuation. We also have Facet. Now, I believe the version that was accepted was called Facet. I'm not joking. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. You can scream at me in the comments if I mispronounced it. But I'm pretty sure it's called Facet. If I put my mouse down here... Was it Facet or Facet? No, it was called Facet. Alright. Laugh at me. Laugh at me all you want. Alright, okay, so this sold for $1.49, and right now it's on the Steam market at $1. Yes, this is the only Facet skin that we had accepted. Now, this happened like 3 or so months ago, and look at that, only 26 listings on the Steam market. It's not selling that much, though. That's the thing. I remember looking at it, and I thought, I don't think people are going to go that crazy for it. Lo and behold, it seems to be the case, because it's sitting here at, you know, down by 30-odd%. Not exactly the best top-performing skin, is it? But if we were to see the likes of more deployable skins being accepted, such as this storage box right here, ooh, get a good look at that. Looking very nice. The edges, how it stands out right there. Pretty interesting looking design. If you're a fan of that, and if you honestly think that's going to get accepted, then by all means, consider making an investment right there. Just don't be surprised if it doesn't really go that crazy. As I said, the amount of sales, I don't really think it's a reliable thing to look at, but hey, it's up to you. If you feel confident that large box will be accepted, then make a move. But we definitely need to see more than just like 2 skins. And it's weird how we keep saying that so many times already this video, but it's the honest answer. Yes, initially you might see the sheep in the door spike in demand a little bit, but it most likely won't last that long. We need to have several skins being accepted to have a lot of demand that sticks around and keeps the prices up. Look at the likes of the Shadowborn collection as an example. Even Neon Vibes that we had recently. You know what? I could probably go do that. So if I go over to here... Oh no, we've got Shadowborn right there. Shadowborn's doing so much better compared to most other collections, because there's at least 5. And typically I'd normally sit and say it's usually like 4 skins would be like the best. So we, you know, look back at the Fireflies collection, only one of them was slightly in the negative. All the other ones were doing a fair bit better, weren't they? So yeah, you should get the idea by now. So if you like what you see here, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mad Polly. But in terms of making an investment towards the likes of Sheepman Door, still a bit questionable, so that's in your hands. Right, so let's go ahead and start talking about the likes of all these wooden doors. So first up, what do we have? It's the birch bark door. Get a good look at that. Pretty straightforward. Nothing crazy, but hey. I don't need something super colourful and super silly. I just need something a little bit more grounded and interesting. Now, of course, the whole design and texture is all based around the birch tree. That's fine, there's never wrong with that. So if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. WAGN and Mr. Gunya. Next up, what do we have here? It's the green card wooden door. Can I, like, pull that out of, like, the doorway and take that with me to a monument? What do you reckon? So this is produced by Vase and Links. Looks like Vase has taken a break from Shadowborn and Porcelain Collection this week, so get a good look at that. Are you a fan? Do you like what you see? Oh, what's that? Transparency in the head hole? Oh, did you notice that? Well, if you look over to here, you might see it a little bit better. But yeah, you can actually see through there. Is that a little bit too much? Well, we'll see. So if you're a fan of that, if you would like to see a new transparent wooden door being accepted, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Vase and Links. But what do we have here? A shooting range wooden door. But I don't want to shoot the pigs and the chickens. I want to shoot all the humans. The devilish humans. Well, don't worry, you also have that there as well. So yeah, Mr. Kua has returned with another attempt at his shooting range wooden door. Do you like what you see? Are you a fan of that? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kua, and soon I will destroy you. Right then, let's now move on to the likes of Sheepman doors, and we got quite a lot of them this week, so prepare yourselves. Right, away we go. First up, we had the Occult Metal Door. It glows and it looks very, very cool. This is produced by Oasis and Schumer. Get a good look at that. Looking pretty cool. Looking quite sinister, if anything. So, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of that, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. What do we have next? It's the Ancient Dream, which comes in 2 versions. First version doesn't glow in the dark, so get a good look at that. Perfectly fine to me, nothing wrong. So yeah, a little bit of colour to it. You might approve of it, you might like it. and at night time with this version, at the very least, you should be well aware that it doesn't glow. Now, if we hop over to here, we can see that this is the glowing version. Bit of a strange looking pattern, but if you like that, if you approve of it, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no for whichever version you like. Best of luck to you, Chat Clune. Let's see how that potentially turns out. What do we have going on here? It is the Stop Sheep in a Door. Stop! You're not allowed to pass. And you should abide the rules, alright? So if you see that, you just got to turn around and leave. But yeah, this is a bit of a goofy, silly idea. Nothing too crazy, fairly straightforward. Delarai, nothing wrong with that. Maybe people would want that. Maybe people would approve of that. So hey, if you like this, if you want to see that being accepted in the game, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Delarai. Next up, what do we have here? It's a collection continuation. Junkernaught, these past few weeks, has been getting quite a lot of weapon skin acceptances. However, this time we have a sheep in a door, and we have multiple different versions. What we have here is a sheep in a door that glows in the dark and also has a window that you can see through. It's got transparency. So get a quick look at that, looking pretty interesting. Get a good look at that. That does appear to be head height. Just to get that point across, it does appear to be head height. So that might be interesting to you, but at the very least, there is also an alternate version that doesn't have the transparency, it still has the glow in the dark and whatnot, so there is that option as well. If you just simply like the aesthetic, the design of it and whatnot, then yeah, by all means, consider voting yes or no for it. And then we have a third version, so this is glow and locked window. I don't know what the difference is with the likes of this one. I'm not fully sure what the difference is with this one, but there is a third version. I think they kept the window hole, but kind of locked it or whatever. Can you see that there? I don't fully understand it. Look, we're here to discuss whether the likes of our Junkernaught skins will potentially spike in price. But here's the awkward thing. This is the first deployable skin to potentially being accepted when we've only had, weapon skins. And let me tell you, Junkernaught hasn't exactly been doing super great. So we've had the likes of the AK come out at $2. It's already gone below $1. So of course it's gone down by at least 50%. The MP5 is kind of doing a fair bit better, but both of them are still down in price. As of now, it's a weapon-only collection. But Hedge, that's a deployable. I see it, I understand, but I've seen situations like this in the past where we've had a deployable skin being accepted into a weapon-only collection. Think like the El Diablo collection, for example. Go look at the El Diablo collection now. It's not exactly doing super great. So, no, I don't think a sheep in the door is going to magically cause the likes of all those weapon skins to suddenly spike in demand, spike in price. They are not doing very well because they just don't have that much demand. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But at the very least, if you like what you see here, and if you'd like to see more of this set, then please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Fuff. Let's see how this all turns out, and let's see what you produce in the future. Right then, moving on, we have garage doors. Get a good look at this. We've got quite a lot of these as well. Alright then, we're going to be here for quite some time. So, sit back and relax, because I'm going to start yapping. Right, what do we have here? We have the Devourer garage door, produced by Drag and Mr. Norman Van. Looking pretty cool with the tiger design. Now I do believe we have a second version here that glows in the dark, and wow, that does stand out quite nicely. What's he eating? Never you mind, don't worry. So yeah, get a good look at that. Looking pretty cool. Pet the kitty, pet the kitty. So, if you're a fan of this, please consider voting yes or no. Consider scrolling down and see how they slowly designed this all out. Lovely bit of meat right there. He loves to chew, doesn't he? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how this turns out. Please consider voting for either the non-glowing version or the glow-in-the-dark version. Next up, what do we have here? It's the Stop Rat Garage Door. Get a good look at this. This is produced by Kavahu. Get a good look at that. So, yeah, looks like that rat got caught in a mousetrap. Oh, no. It's never going to be able to get that stinky cheese. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this design, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you, Mr. Kavahu. Don't forget, scroll down. You can see how they slowly designed out everything right there. Looking pretty cute. Awesome. Next up, what do we have here? It's the Overlord Garage Door. Get a quick look at this. It's produced by Hiramao and Mugiwara. That's pretty sinister looking. So, yeah, glows in the dark. Of course it does. Look at it. Look at it. Look how bright it is. So, yeah. That might scare some people. Maybe that'll make them back off and not want to go near your base. You ain't raiding that. So, yeah. That's a look. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, so you can slowly see how they designed all of this and whatnot. Well, that seems to just be a reference image. Hey, at the end of the day, if you like what you see, please, by all means, consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up is another pretty straightforward looking design. We've got some very sinister looking faces this stream, haven't we? This video. But yeah, this is the Mad Sentinel Garage Door. Why is he dripping blood? I don't know. I don't want to find out. So, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Shedbon. Best of luck. What do we have going on here? Ghostly Gallows, Glow, and Transparent Garage Door. Alright. So, what do we got going on here? Well, I mean, they probably haven't been having the best of times right about now. But in terms of the transparent, you can see the glow. It looks like the transparency is here on the sides ever so slightly. I'm not sure if that's going to be super useful, super helpful, but hey, that's something completely different. So if you're a fan of that, and if you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Emperor. What do we have going on here? It's the Mimic Garage Door produced by Kelmo Legend and Barurik. He is quite hungry lately, yeah. He's looking quite hungry. Be careful how you open the door. So, yeah, get a good look at that. Pretty sinister looking monster. I'm not sure what it eats, but I don't want to find out either. So if you like what you see, please by all means consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Kelmo Legend of Barurik. Let's move on to the next skin. It's the same one, but it glows in the dark. So yes, same thing. If you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two once again. Right, what do we have here? The Apocalyptic Vendor Garage Door. Yes. Now you might not instantly notice it, but we've got some transparency right there. So let's just move over to the side. There we are, perfect. So you can vaguely see through that, looking pretty cool. There is glow and transparency, and you can vaguely see some lighting from in the back there. Yep, that's looking pretty cool. Cool. So, yes, if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, let me just quickly confirm. That's definitely looking inside, isn't it? Yeah, you can see the corner of the room there. So, yeah. Quite a lot of transparency. If you favour that, if you want to see some more garage doors with quite a bit of transparency, consider showing your support. Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Duck. Let's move on to the next skin. What do we have going on here? Radiation Garage Door, Glow and Cutoff. So it looks like we've got another garage door with transparency. Where is the transparency located? I don't know. Where is it? What was cut out? What was cut off? I don't instantly notice it. Is it like these little notches here? The little bits in between? Rivets, I guess you could say. I don't instantly notice. Are you going to notice it here? The little bit of light to the side? I don't see it. I don't know. Is it the vents? I don't know. Oh, no, it's the bottom. So if you've ever had the likes of a dungeon door, you know the dungeon garage door? The bottom part has transparency. This looks like it has the exact same thing as well. I didn't instantly notice that, so it caught me off guard. Alright, there you go. So, pretty interesting looking design right there. If you happen to like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Holodno and Kolotinsky. And lastly, out of all of these garage doors, it just so happens that we have a pretty sinister looking eyeball right there. Yes, I wonder why this tower is out there looking around constantly. What do you reckon? So, yeah, we're not even being subtle with this. It is the Watcher of Doom garage door, continuation of the Sheepman door that was accepted not too long ago. Looks like a pretty scary looking tower right there, a mountain of sorts, some sort of bad omen, some sort of doom, I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, so, yeah. It's obvious what the reference is. It's looking like Sauron. Let's go over to here and let's go and remind ourselves of the Sheepman door that came out literally just last week, and it's already down by 44%. I'm not joking when I say look at all the Sheepman doors from the past year and you will see that they're not faring very well. Take a look at all that. Now, Shadowborn's not doing too badly, but all of the other ones, not good. Now, Shadowborn's doing better because it has a much stronger, well, bigger collection. There's more demand for it because there's more skins in the collection. So if we were to start seeing tons more of these Watcher of Doom skins potentially being accepted, then yeah, by all means, I would expect the Sheepman door to start spiking demand, spiking price. But with only one extra skin potentially on the horizon, okay, it could be the beginning of a brand new collection, alright? But yeah, we do need to see more skins being accepted. So I'm sure Falco and Alloy will keep producing skins, maybe small boxes, armoured doors, double doors, you name it. I wouldn't be surprised by it. So yes, you could consider making an investment towards the likes of that. It's already gone down by half almost, so, you know, grab it whilst you can, but only if you feel super confident with the likes of this. So if that were to be accepted, potential nice positive things in the future. Do you like what you see? Please consider showing your support. Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that turns out in the future. Right, scroll down. We don't have many more deployables left, so let's go take a look at all of these. Right then, so here we have the Armored Door Psycho. Pretty cool looking graffiti style design right there. Pretty standout, looks pretty cool. Glows in the dark. Do you like what you see? Are you a fan of this? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Rayleigh. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up, collection continuation. Alright, so talking about the likes of questioning certain skin collections and whatnot, you know, if they have more skins being accepted, all the better for them, we do have the likes of the Blocky collection. This is 3 skins accepted so far, but unfortunately it's been like a month since we saw another one being accepted. So back in April, that was accepted, and then since then, nope. But there was only one extra skin that was produced, and that was the rug skin. Unfortunately, it wasn't accepted. But here we are with the likes of the Armored Door, questioning if that were to potentially be accepted, would we see the likes of those other skins potentially spiking demand, spiking price? Yes. Yes. It's exactly how the likes of the Shadowborn collection slowly built up and ended up in a better spot. Shadowborn collection, when it was slowly coming out, the second and third skin actually went down pretty bad, by about 30% down. But when we kept seeing more and more skins being accepted, well, of course, the collection just only improved and it turned out a whole lot better. Just to remind you, Blocky collection was getting acceptances at the same time as Shadowborn, but Shadowborn only continued and worked out alright. But as I said, the skin creator wasn't constantly submitting skins. So if we were to see this being accepted, I can't help but assume we'll probably end up in a very similar position as Shadowborn, if we keep seeing more skins being produced and accepted, that is. So yeah, you could be optimistic for the likes of this collection. Go take a look at the sheet metal door, the large box, and the garage door, and look around and see, well, if there's only 37 available and whatnot, definitely looks like it potentially could rise up. There's not that much there. Same with the likes of the large box here, only 45 listings. Take a look at all the listings, and yep, no big major resistance. I could see that improving quite nicely. And then, of course, the likes of the Blocky rig garage door. This did sell quite a lot, like 30,000. But even then, only 42 listings. 1112, 1112, 1111. Nothing there. That could easily rise up in price. So yeah, if you're feeling very confident with the likes of this Armored Door, if you think, yeah, no, that's definitely getting accepted, then by all means, consider making a move, because yes, that does look like a potential nice, profitable adventure right there. So yeah, do you want to go jump down the silo and see what's all the way down at the bottom? Profit? Maybe. So best of luck to you, Mr. Kecker. If you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kecker. Right. The timing. What do you mean, Hedge? What's that? It's double door. Don't you like double doors? Oh, I love them so much. So if we quickly hop over to here, I had a video. I have that right there. I was discussing, oh yeah, on the horizon we might have a Twitch double door. That might lead to a potential problem with the double door skins that are already out at the moment. So I'm hopping back over to here, because recently we've been questioning this a lot. And I was a fair bit worried, oh, you never know, maybe we'll see even more double door, sheet metal double door skins being submitted, because other people have noticed that they keep getting accepted every now and then, and they sell quite well. Well, lo and behold, we have the likes of No Mercy sheet metal double door and Tempered sheet metal double door. The timing. Anyway, cool. I'm not complaining. Look, I'm happy for it, especially with the likes of the Tempered double door. I'm sure many of you are well aware. We saw this being submitted over a year ago. Was never accepted. That'd print money easily. But since then, we've had so many more sheet metal double doors being accepted, so... oh no, potential problems. Well, at the very least, with the likes of that double door, it's abnormal and it's going to become marketable tomorrow. So again, look in the description of this video. You'll see links to all my socials. Feel free to drop into my stream tomorrow, because we will be discussing prices for the likes of all of these skins and that double door. But the likes of what we have going on here, these skins, either one, whichever one gets accepted, or if both of them get accepted, they should still be quite alright. They're the newer ones. People like new and shiny, especially skins from very, very notable collections such as these. It's just the skins that have previously come out this year are more vulnerable to going down in price. Bad profit. So anyway, let's focus these skins. First up, let's go take a look at the likes of the No Mercy double door. This is the biggest collection in Rust with, like 33 skins accepted. Wow. So, you might sit there and say, oh, Hedge, surely, such a big collection. Surely the double doors will cause this to spike in demand, spike in price. Nah, too many skins. Like, there's far too many skins here. All the big main core pieces for like all the clothing and armour have already come out, and it came out quite some time back, so there's only so much of that to go around, and it's always usually in the positive. It's the newer stuff that kind of struggles a fair bit. Garage door's doing alright. Sleeping bag, large box, armored door, but a sheet metal double door, yeah, that sounds very appealing. Oh, yes, 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 yes. So, look at the design. Look at it. I know for a fact Bad Trip actually sells, like, mouse mats and whatnot with that design, and they do sell quite alright. It's an awesome looking design. So, yeah, I can't help but assume if that were to be accepted individually by itself, that would still do okay. I just don't really think the collection's going to really make that much of it. It's not really going to change much. We already have 33 skins. And of course, you know, there's a big variety of the various weapons, clothing and armour, and deployables. So yeah, maybe the deployables specifically might spike demand a fair bit, but even then, I don't really think it's going to be that much of a difference. I look forward to seeing the No Mercy double door potentially being accepted, even with the potential repercussions of all my investments. But I have been selling some things already at the moment because I have tons of skins, right? So even though I know June's just around the corner and I expect the skins to improve a little bit more, yeah, so there's only 30 of them. It could rise up quite nicely, but that's in your hands if you wish to proceed with the likes of that. Personally, I already own a bunch of them, so I don't need to buy any more. With the likes of that, hey, do you like it? Are you a fan of this? Please, by all means, consider voting yes or no, and it does look very cool. So, Bad Trip, Hulk, let's see how that potentially turns out. Let's see if that gets accepted. But you do have competition. Now we go ahead and take a look at the likes of the tempered sheet metal double door. So as I said, the first version of this came out a year ago. We were very hopeful to see it potentially being accepted and complete the sets, and it didn't happen. Huh. Again, don't know why. But as you can see there, it glows in the dark, looking ever so nice, ever so shiny. But you might remember, we actually have tempered deployables. So let's just go take a look at all of them right now. Tempered, 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 where are you? Tempered. So this kind of was a little bit funny. What do you mean? What's so funny about it? All the deployables, not you, go away. That was the wrong one, sorry. All of the deployables came out at a later time. As you can see, all the deployables that exist within this collection came out one after the other. There were other attempts, as I said, the double doors, because remember, these came out in early 2023, but the double doors weren't accepted. Wasn't there other things? We had the likes of the armoured door. There might have been a double armoured door. No, it's just those. But they were never accepted. And then, of course, we had the tempered bandana and poncho being accepted. Regardless, anyway, if we were to see the double doors being accepted, I actually could see these spike in demand, spike in price, but just the deployables. Having seen it happen several times in the past, because we started off with a sheet metal door, then the garage door came out, that spiked demand, spiked in price, and then later after that, we had the large box being accepted. Both of these spiked demand, spiked in price, and then this came out, and all of these spiked demand, spiked in price. This one not so much, because it sold so much more compared to these two, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea. Within this collection, we have the subset of all the deployables, and yeah, a new deployable skin definitely would most likely cause these to spike in demand, spike in price a little bit more. However, these two are a fair bit expensive. I don't really think they'll go up in price that much more, but these two I could see probably working out quite alright. Now, in terms of their listings, well, how many of them are currently on the Steam market? 145. So that's got an above average amount, but how's it all spaced out? It's not looking too bad. You got a 25 there. No, it's very thin. It's just like 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. I got an 8 there, but meh. You get the idea. It wouldn't take long for that to rise up in price if there was to be a surge in demand. But there is quite a lot of them in circulation, so be prepared for that. And with the likes of the small box, very similar almost. This has 96 listings, pretty much the same layout. Yeah, so if you're feeling confident in the double door, oh, imagine that, another double door, with the potential of a Twitch drops double door on the horizon, well, yeah, that's going to be a lot more concerning. So we'll have to discuss that a little bit more in the likes of future streams. But yeah, I feel confident in it, and I would like to see it. I wanted it in the past, I want to see it now, but maybe not now, maybe give it some time. I want to sell my double doors quickly, but hey, at the end of the day, if you like it, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Milho, free turn, Sakadis Milias. And with that, that in fact was the last deployable skin of the week. So, gentlemen, I sit here and I ask you right now, out of all of these deployable skins, which one was your favourite? Which skin would you most like to see potentially being accepted in a future Rust store? Get a quick look at all of that. I'm going to take a real quick break, and then I will proceed talking about the likes of all those weapons and tools. Oh, mate, you talked for 44 minutes. Good job, Hedge. Well, I'm sorry. But hey, we actually have already gone through more than half of the skins already, so I feel like the rest of this probably won't be too much, won't be too long. I think we'll be alright. There are some more interesting collection continuations to talk about, but I think we'll be alright. Great, now I've got to talk about that. Right then, people, shall we start talking about the likes of all these weapons and tools? First up, we've got some rocks and what I think is rock. In fact, both of these are a bit questionable. That's newspaper. News of the world, news of the world. So I said that too quickly. SMKSS has produced the news rock. You might need to put some clothes on, sir. Right, well, maybe he didn't like what he saw and he crumpled that all up and he's about to throw it away, but yeah, you got a goofy little rock skin right there. Are you a fan? Do you like what you see? Well, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. SMKSS. Buy some clothes and put them on. Sorry. Right, next up, what do we have here? I don't want to talk about this too much. It smells. It is the poop rock. Gentlemen, it is the poop rock. Now, I have one... I have one thing that I do question quite a fair bit. Aren't emotes and emojis copyrighted? I don't know if that's going to have a fun future. I hate how you have all the perfect pictures for this. Don't put them near animals, please. Don't place it near sleeping people. That's rude. Anyway, we did see another poop skin the previous week. It was was it a beanie hat or something to put on your head? Shaft, a patcher. Stop it. No more poop. No more. It smells. It's bad. It's bad. But we'll see what potentially gets produced in the future. So if you're a fan of poop, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. But be warned, it smells. So, yeah. Right, anyway. Next up, what do we have? Speaking of questionable copyright, I don't think that's going to be allowed. Only one picture as well. So I don't think there's much else to really show. It says this glows, but there's no picture to show of it. So, yeah, anyway, I'm pretty sure you know that looks like it's from Mario. Don't think Nintendo would be super happy about that, especially with what's just recently happened with Gmod and the whole Nintendo copyright situation. Decap, not the smartest of ideas to produce right about now, so I don't really think that's going to work out quite alright, so I think we'll just skip it. Sorry to say, but I don't think... Come on now, look at it. Right, so we're just going to skip that. Right then, let's go take a look at collection continuation. Here we have the Volcanic Hammer, produced by KVA, or K Vladimir. And hello, yep, it is the Volcanic Hammer, which is a continuation of the Volcanic Rock that was accepted this week. So over to here, we have this rock. Now, again, I've been questioning this quite a fair bit. It's currently done 16,000 subscribers. Probably by Thursday, it's going to do 17 to 18,000 subscribers, which is quite a lot. It's done pretty well for a rock. But I do question... A glow-in-the-dark rock might potentially be a bit of a problem, especially considering what we had fairly recently here and here. So that's more of a discussion for tomorrow. I'm going to talk about all the potential context, positive, negatives, in regards to how we might want to approach that, because tomorrow, that is an abnormal skin. That's going to appear on the Steam market before it rotates out the Rust store. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Please consider looking in the description of this video to see see all the links to my socials and whatnot. I will be on stream tomorrow. We will be discussing this along with all these other skins, and we will be figuring out prices to offer for them as we engage during the abnormal barders. That right there, that is a nice positive to see. Let's see if the hammer gets accepted though, because Face Punch very weirdly don't like hammers. And you're going to sit there and say, what about a glow-in-the-dark hammer? Is that alright? Glow-in-the-dark hammers do tend to be okay, perfectly fine. You know, when you're at night, it probably does help you out a fair bit to be able to kind of orient yourself and figure out where your hammer is, especially when you're banging on something. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool, but the rock skin itself, it's the only other skin we have, and I don't think it's wise to just jump in and buy out a bunch of rocks right now. Wait until tomorrow at the very least. Regardless, if you like what you see, if you want to see another hammer skin being accepted into the game, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that turns out. Alright then, we have an Eoka, a Python, and some custom SMGs, one of them being a collection continuation. But first up, Art Class Eoka. Alright, I'm going to just shoot the art into people's faces and they're going to love it. They're going to adore it. They're going to enjoy this experience. So yeah, Kaiden has produced a bit of a goofy Eoka skin, and if you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kaiden. Next up, what do we have here? It is the Wild Safari Python. Get a good look at that. Looking pretty cool. Looking pretty interesting. Yes. Made out of bones. Ooh. Aimed down the sight. What do we see? Useful red aim sight. Yes. So, if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. VHS, tonight. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up, what do we have here? I recall last week we had the Sweet Dreams AK47. It was very colourful, and it made my retinas question what the... Oh, too much colour. It's too bright. It's too happy for me. But yeah, it is very bright. It is very colourful. It is very in your face. Are you a fan of that? Do you like what you see? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Just to point out, there is a second version which has no stock, and both versions don't glow. Just wanted to point out, both versions do not glow. So if you're a fan of both of them, yep, consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Lei and Cobra. Let's see how that potentially turns out. And, of course, we have the Imperial Custom SMG, so another continuation for the Imperial Collection, potentially. Right, so not too long ago we had an Imperial... What did we have? We had an Imperial something. No, sorry. We had another Imperial skin being submitted last week that wasn't accepted. It was the crossbow. We sat there and questioned, would the likes of these two skins, Spike and Spike and Price, if another weapon skin were to be accepted? And my answer was no. When we tend to see a collection that only consists of weapons, by default, they tend to end up in the negative. It's unfortunate, but it's a trend that keeps happening over and over and over again. So, Custom SMG, will you improve things? Not really. Would you yourself potentially be a very nice investment? Not really. It's awkward, but that's just the way it is. The gun demand is awkward with Custom SMGs still, even after the buffs. Regardless, if you still want to see it being accepted, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Eros, but yeah, not exactly something I might want to invest into, personally speaking. Right, let's move on to the other skins then. We have the Sulphur King MP5, along with some interesting looking continuations there. We have a double barrel, we have some SARS, and then we'll have some LR300s to discuss. Right then, first up, what do we have here? Sulphur King MP5 version 3, produced by Junkernaught. Get a good look at that, nice little gift showcasing it off in the game. Aim down the sight, what do we see? We have a bright yellow aim sight. Should be good for most environments. That should work out very nicely. So you're a fan of that? Do you like the design? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up, what do we have? Constructed MP5. Continuation of the Constructed Thompson that we had accepted not too long ago. Good couple of weeks back. So Constructed Thompson, please. Here we are. How are you currently holding up? This sold for $2.49 and unfortunately it has dipped in price a little bit. Right then. Only 28 listings. Okay, that's not too bad. But when you look at all the listings, there's like almost 10 of them below the Rustore price. Awkward, yeah. But there's hardly any listed as well. So if we were to see a collection continuation, do you reckon it might work out quite alright? Maybe, but it would be a weapon-only collection then, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. By default, not really feeling it. So, yeah. Sorry to say, I don't think the likes of the MP5 is going to magically cause the Thompson to just go crazy up in price and whatnot. But hey, get a good look at the aim down the sight image, as you can see right there. Useful yellow aim sight and whatnot. Interesting looking design. All the Lego pieces. I believe it's supposed to look more like a Lego set of some sort. Then yeah, hey, consider investing into voting yes or no for it. But in terms of investing into the Thompson, yeah, I'm still unsure, so I think I'll leave that. Regardless, at the end of the day, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this design, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you all to see. Let's move on to the next skin. What do we have here? It's another collection continuation, the MK-ULTRA MP5. And this is an opportunity to sit here and start talking about the likes of that MK-ULTRA AK. Because for some strange reason, there is an individual that simply will not allow it to go below $3. Someone keeps buying these out. It'll dip down in price a while, and then someone just instantly jumps in and buys them out again. So that happened on like the first literal day. So if I go to here we are. There we are. All right. It happens on the first day. Nope, buying them out. Started happening again. Nope, buying them out. Started happening again. Buying them out. So yeah. Looks like there is enough people that do like this design. It's currently in the positive, which is something that's quite rare to see. The likes of AKs, for example. When did it come out? Was it 2 weeks ago or was it last week? It was last week. Right, here we are. So this is currently doing well compared to most other AKs, faring a lot better, as you can see right here. The vast majority AK47 skins do go down in the negative. Now this did like 20,000 plus subscribers, which is quite a lot, and yet, with a high price, still sitting there at quite a higher price. But again, I do question the people buying it. Is it actually like demand, or is it just someone who keeps buying out the stock to make it appear to be valuable, so gradually, eventually, it does just kind of stay at this price? We'll see. But if we were to see another weapon skin being accepted, could we see the Spike and Spike price? Again, by default, same thing, weapon-only collection. I'm not hating on design. I could see it potentially getting having enough fans to work out quite all right. I like this little intro here. Oh, look at it. I've experimented on so much. But yeah, I like that little video there. It's pretty cool. So Hessiam, not a bad design. Very trippy with the LCD, you know, aesthetic and whatnot. If you like it, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Hessiam. But I'm still 50-50 in wanting to potentially jump in and invest into it. Because as of now, with that current price, yeah, I personally don't really want to do it. Plus, I've already recently done a buy order on it, so I do have money priced down on it. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see how it turns out, but I'm not 100% sure that's like legit actual interest. But maybe things might magically change when the MP5 appears, and then suddenly everybody wants to buy one. We'll see. Best of luck to you, Hessiam. Let's see how that turns out. But personally, at the price it's currently at, I don't really want to invest into that AK. Right, let's move on then. What do we have here? The Monstress Thompson. Stress as in stressed out. I get that. Okay, alright. I figured out the pun. That's pretty cool. Good idea there, Mr. Shawmick and Ari Spectre. You got me approving of the pun. The double entendre. But yep, get a good look at that. It's got loads of monster faces all over it. And if you're a fan of that, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. What do we have over here? We have the likes of the red tape double barrel shotgun. I have been informed there is a video here, and we should take a look at it. Because this is produced by Mr. Sendox. He has animated it so you can see the ammo coming out and going back in. Let's go put it back down. Yes, loading up. Wow, it's animated. Cool. Alright, Mr. Sendox, I looked at it. I'll sit here and say it did look pretty cool. So yeah, we got a red tape double barrel shotgun. Not much else to it except it's red. And it animates. And you don't need to worry about the aim sight because you can't change the colour of the aim sight. You can take a look at it still if you want. But yeah, are you a fan of this? Do you like the design? Not too crazy in terms of, you know, the skin. But hey, you know, grounded designs do get loved, so maybe that might work quite alright. It's up to you. Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Sendox. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up, what do we have here? Battle Scarred Tsar. Solitra, didn't you submit this like a week ago? I think you... Oh, no, it was an AK. Sorry. Don't mind me. Sorry. Right, anyway. I was about to say, you've got to wait a month. But anyway. Yep. Aimed on the sight. What do we see? Standard looking aim sight. That's perfectly fine. Greenish tint. Greenish camouflage tint to it. Looking pretty interesting. So, you're a fan of this? Do you like what you see? Well, hold on. Because there's a second version. I don't know what the second version has. What's different? Is it the aim sight? Oh, it is. It is. No, it's not. No. I don't know what it is. There's something different about it. Is it like, the patterns? I think so, the patterns on the side. Regardless, do you like this? Are you a fan? By all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Solitra. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up, what do we have here? It's the Crypt Tsar, produced by Nolfut and Chimi Tedeschi. That's looking pretty scary. The trypophobia, I'm seeing all the holes. Yeah, okay, that's looking pretty ghastly. If you're a fan of that, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Useful red aim sight right there. Best of luck to you too. Let's see how that potentially turns out. If it doesn't work out too well, maybe resubmit it for Halloween. Maybe that might work out quite alright. So guys, if you like what you see, please by all means consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Next up, what do we have here? Disco Tsar. Oh, wow. This is nice and bright and colourful. Look at that. Oh, I like the aesthetic. I like the colour scheme. It stands out quite nicely. Are you a fan of this? Do you approve? Would you like to see the Disco Tsar being accepted into Rust? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to MDE. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Awesome. Right, now we have a collection continuation. We are on to the LR300s, and we have two collection continuations to discuss. First of all, here's the Suprematism LR300, aimed on the sight. What do we see? Useful red aim sight. Perfection. Nice, bright and colourful. Artistic even, yes. Right then, so let's go remind ourselves of the Suprematism skins. What do you mean? Well, I do believe we had two. I think it might just be one. And the answer is, did you even spell it correctly? I don't think so. Suprematism. No, you just called it Suprematism. Hedge. Okay. Suprematism. Sorry. Tongue Bleh, and you own 24 of them, so how could you not know what you bought? Well, right now I can sit here and say for a skin that sold for $1.99, it's currently sitting here at just around $1. Slightly less. Not exactly the best position to be in. It's an AK, and like I said, the vast majority of AK-47s that have come out over the past year or two, not exactly performing super great. However, if we were to see a brand new weapon skin being accepted, that being the LR300, maybe, just maybe, this AK might spike in price. Not really, no. Weapon only collection again, by default. So maybe it might have a few sales, but I wouldn't be surprised if it probably ends up around this point again. It's not exactly holding up a lot of demand, so unfortunately, as I look at this LR300, it doesn't look like it's going to be worth jumping in and investing into the AK at the moment. But if you happen to like this design, and if you'd love to see this being accepted for this LR300, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. JJ. Let's see how that turns out. But I've got to point out, you do have competition. What's that? Yep, we have the Tiger Stripes LR300. Get a good look at this. Nice and stripy. We just had the MP5 being accepted this past week. Frog and Mr. Shino did confirm that they were going to make a continuation. They were going to make the LR300, and yet here we are. So they stuck with that. Committed to continuing this set. I look forward to seeing what else they produce. You've got a useful reddish-orange aim sight right there. Should be good for most environments. That's looking pretty sweet. So if you're a fan of that, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. And if we hop back over to here, take a look at the skin. Where is it? Goes to current week, idiot. Here we go. Tiger Strike's MP5 has been selling reasonably. Not crazily, reasonably. That looks like it's going to probably end up with about 9,000 subscribers by the end of Thursday when the roster rotation happens. MP5s, it's questionable, plus that isn't abnormal. Whilst we are going to be doing an abnormal build stream tomorrow, we can still sit here and discuss how we might want to approach that. The fact that we got another continuation appearing is a positive, but then again, it'll be a weapon-only collection. So, yeah, you can't really jump in and invest into anything. We'll discuss that a little bit more tomorrow. But in the current position, I wouldn't be jumping in and buying a Tiger Stripes MP5 immediately, unless you want to, potentially grab all the skins as a collection, if you really do feel like the LR300 will be accepted as a skin. So, time will tell. We'll see. Best of luck to you two. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Let's move on to the next skins, which are AK-47s. Right, okay, AK-47s and L96s, to clarify. First up, what do we have here? It's the Henon's Soaring Dragon AK-47. Looking pretty cool. It does remind me of Dragon Rage, though. Just a white version of that. So if I scroll on over to here, you can see the GIFs showcasing the reloading and the inspecting. So that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty cool. So if you're a fan of this, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Henon. Aim down the sight. Sorry. I made a ghastly noise because I just found out there's no aim down the sight image. Come on, Henon, we need that. It's a rule. Alright, you have to do that. So please consider doing that in the future. I'd have loved to have found out what colour the aim down the sight image is. Looks like it's red, so okay, that might be cool. I tried my best, so we'll see how that turns out. Best of luck, let's see how it turns out. Next up, what do we have here? That's a cool looking skin. So this is produced by Diaz. Looks like we didn't get a Neon Vibe skin being produced this week, but instead, cool looking wolf design. It's the werewolves. I told you, I warned you earlier. Watch out for the werewolves. But yeah, look at all this electricity, this static. That is a cool looking colour scheme. That is a cool looking design. So yeah, I mean, okay. I was hoping to see some more Neon Vibe skins being submitted, but I'll give you this one. That does look cool, alright? Now, if you are aware, there is a Twitch drop potential in the horizon for the AK-47, and that might potentially lead to some problems if we were to see an AK-47 being accepted. By all means, them being a nice investment is questionable, but for the skin creators, it might mean that their AKs, if they were to be accepted around the same time, might not sell that much, which is a bit awkward for likes of this. But as you can see here, useful red aim sight with red back plating and whatnot, so that's cool, that's cool. Best of luck to you here, Diaz. Oh, so that's how you got it to work. He made a 3D mesh, which is totally fine. That's smart. That's clever. It saved him a lot of time. He used ZBrush and sculpting. It shows. It looks cool. So, yeah. If you approve of that, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. And in regards to the Twitch drops, I will be talking about those a little bit later. Right then. What do we have right here? Why, gentlemen, it is the Snakebite AK-47 produced by Sunart. Scroll down. Oh, no, there's no GIF. Ah. Anyway, so, Pure Green AK-47. That sounds appealing. And then over to here, we can... Oh, yeah. Showcasing how you can hide in the bushes with it. Oh, Now aim down the sight, aim down the sight, aim down the sight, aim down the sight. Ah, perfection. Thank you very much. Red aim sight. That's fine. Hissy snaky face. Perfect. Alright, so here we are, going back over to the Snakebite collection. It's a bit awkward. Why? Because it's a bit all over the place. You started off with Deployable, and then we ended up with 2 weapons, and potentially we have another weapon on the horizon, or maybe the clothing and the hoodie and the pants. We'll see. Anyway, I don't think an AK is going to really cause this to spike in price. The SAR appearing didn't really change anything, so I think the AK will probably cause the same behaviour. Nothing. There wasn't really much to say there, was there? I'm sorry. But at the very least, look, listen, it's a cool looking design. It's mostly a pure green AK. So if that sounds appealing to you and whatnot, by all means, please consider voting yes or no. But based on the previous behaviour of the likes of the SAR being accepted and nothing really happening, I don't think with the AK being accepted we'll see that much of a difference either. But it does look cool, looks quite appealing, and if you're a fan, show your support. Best of luck to you, son. We'll see how that turns out. So yeah, let's move on to the next skin. Here we have the Lei L96 version 2. Yes, do you like the floral vine pattern? Oh yes, it's looking very nice. Looking very cool. So, Mr. Verona, let's see how this potentially turns out. Do you like what you see, people? Show your support. Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck, Mr. Verona. We'll see how that turns out. But you do have competition for what we have here is the Apocalypse Nomad L96. Now, I don't think they have transparent aim sights, alright? Because you can't do... Don't tell me no, you can't do that. So at the very least you got a little bit of red right there, so yeah, if you don't want to put a scope on it you can do that. 360 no scope across the map if you think you got what it takes, but hey, yeah, L96 look pretty cool. So let's go take a look at the Apocalypse Nomad set. I will remind you that it is a weapon only set, but all the previous skins, right, all the previous skins had like altered, changed transparent aim sights, and yet even then, down 18, down 40, down 31. That's not good, is it? So, Battlefield weapon only collection, awkward. New weapon skin potentially on the horizon, don't really expect much change. I'm very sorry, Dark Schneider and Zed Skipper, but yeah, I'm being honest here. I don't think another weapon's going to change that much. It's not like they haven't attempted clothing and armour in the past, and I know for a fact clothing and armour is going to be attempted again in the future. For now, if you're a fan of this, if you like this design, if you want to see more of the Apocalypse Nomad collection, please consider showing your support. Please consider voting yes or no. But in terms of, is there an investment to be made? Not really, I'm sorry to say. So yeah, it is what it is, but it's a weapon only collection. You can still show your support. Best of luck to you too. But with that, that's it. That was all the weapons and the tools for the week. So, out of all of these skins, which one was your favourite? Which of these skins do you reckon has the absolute best chance of potentially being accepted in the future? Well, by all means, feel free to comment below. I'm going to take a real quick break, and then I'm going to start talking about the likes of all that clothing and armour. Yeah, that was only about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. I think the clothing armour might be a bit quicker, although we do have some interesting collection continuations, so it is what it is. But yeah, this video's had quite a lot of collection continuations, this one, hasn't it? Even though overall there's less skins, I've still ended up talking more. And I know for a fact this video will be longer compared to the previous week's video. So now you understand, at the very beginning of the video when I said I wouldn't mind reducing the amount of skins I showcase, because it would make the video quite a bit faster, wouldn't it? If I only had the collection continuations, I still reckon it would be an hour long, knowing me. I just can't help myself. But you do sit there and want to listen to me. It's your own fault. Alright then, gentlemen, shall we proceed and start talking about the likes of all these clothing and armour pieces that were submitted over the past weekend? Starting off, we've got some primitive skins, and we immediately start off with primitive collection continuations. Not too long ago, Say Chains and Demon produced the Gold Chains poncho. Now, we saw the likes of the Gold Chains burlap head wrap being submitted, you know, the hairstyle. It was funny, right? But that wasn't accepted. That's unfortunate. And before that, we did have the rug skin, which kind of looked a bit awkward. We discussed that. Anyway, neither of those skins are accepted, but what do we have right here? It's a pretty cool looking pair of leather gloves. There is a problem though. Ever since roadside gloves were accepted, we've never seen another leather glove skin being accepted. Now, there have been attempts for leather glove skins and whatnot, but for some strange reason, Face Punch is like, nah, don't want leather gloves anymore. The last pair to be accepted, I believe, were fish gloves. So if we could just quickly go back to the past, leather gloves. It'd be nice if you could spell. By clicking it, it broke, and I had to do it again. Right, so just to confirm, yep, fish gloves and all of the leather glove skins are currently in the positive. Oh, except these ones, they're old. Right, anyway, so with that, we have to now discuss the gold chains poncho. So why did I go back here? I don't know, but hey, gold chains poncho. You sold 27,000. How are you doing right now? Ever so slightly in the negative, by a little bit, by like 3%. So, oh no, it's fine. It's basically evens right now. Still has all the support. The barter support is still there mostly, but yeah, this is always going to probably be having some fans. It looks really goofy. It looks really silly. And with the upcoming Twitch events, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a lot of people wearing this. I know for a fact the bigger streamers are going to be wearing that. You know. So maybe we get a bit of a, a lot of people suddenly wanting to buy this and use it and wear it and look silly as well. Well, do you know what? These leather gloves are perfect for it, to accompany it. Not only do you have like a chain for the wrist, but you got all these gold rings as well. Hey, that's fine with me. Now, again, it's a continuation of the poncho skin. Would that cause the likes of the poncho to spike in demand, spike in price? I think it would. I think people would be smart enough or wise enough to, associate that is a collection continuation. So I do think the poncho would be getting an extra bit of love, and I look forward to that. So by all means, if you're a fan of this, please consider voting yes or no. And in regards to the poncho, I think it might actually have a pretty fun time over the course of these next few weeks with these Twitch events that will be taking place. So keep an eye on it. See if there's an increased demand in usage and, well, an increased demand and people want to buy it. So $3 now. What's it going to look like in about a month's time? We shall see. So best of luck to you, Say Chains and Demon. Let's see how that turns out. Where are the chains for my feet and the rings for my toes? That's what I want to see next. Burlap shoes. Come on, you got to do it now. Right, next up, what do we have here? Lei Boonie Hat. Now, some of you might be sitting there and saying, didn't they submit that like 2 weeks ago? You've got to wait a month to resubmit. I think they figured out a way to resubmit as a workaround. Yes, we had the Lei Boonie Hat about 2 weeks ago, but this time we have the Boonie Hat. Boonie Hat? Beanie Hat. Yeah, okay, that was a bit sneaky, but yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing, but this time it's a Boonie Hat. So, I mean, yeah, it's the same thing. Look at it. Look at it. Not exactly the same thing, but it's pretty much the same idea, but with two different hats with transparency. Regardless, if we were to see the likes of that being accepted, of course it accompanies the Lei poncho, which of course came out after the gold chains poncho, but with all of this transparency, which you'll see right here. Yes, so this sold for $2.49, and unfortunately this actually went down in price, with only 52 listings in the Steam market. Yep, that's the current position it's in. Not exactly the best, unfortunately, but there's also not that many listed. It's very thin. It could easily rise up in price, and if we were to see a collection continuation, yeah, no, I do expect it to spike in demand, spike in price. It does look good. So, hey, maybe we'll see another Boonie Hat potentially on the horizon. What do you reckon? Are you a fan of it? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Sky Noise and UGMK. But, yeah, no, I think that could be spiking in demand. If you feel super confident that the Boonie Hat will be accepted, jump in, do what you want. It's cheaper than what it was in the Rust store, so you're more than welcome to go in and jump in and buy it if you so wish. So yeah, that's looking pretty optimistic for the future. Let's see how that turns out. Cool. Let's move on to the next few skins. Here we have some bandana and ponchos. Then we have some hoodie and pants. And then we'll talk about boots and gloves a little bit later. So what do we have right here? It is GBG's Dirty Metal bandana and poncho. It is shiny. It is metallic. It is looking pretty heavy. Do you reckon you could walk around with that all day long? Probably not. But yeah, get a good look at that. Not too crazy in terms of its design, but hey, simplicity tends to work out quite alright, and people do appreciate certain things like that. So if you want to walk around like a shiny metal man, then by all means, consider showing your support. Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, GBG. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Cool. Next up, what do we have here? This is Vault Illusion's Dino Illusion bandana and poncho. And in terms of creativity with the transparency, yeah, Yeah, looks pretty good. I love that. That's awesome. But the bandana as well, the sharp teeth, mate. Come on now, that is awesome. Do you know what you should do? All right. Personally, I would not have done the poncho with this. I'd have done a boonie hat, and I'd have put like eyes in the boonie hat. So then, you know, it'd be like you'd be like the actual dinosaur. It looked pretty cool. But that's an idea there for you, Vault Illusion. Consider doing that to pair up more specifically with the bandana. So overall, looking pretty cool. Are you a fan of this batch of skins right here? Do you like the poncho? Well, you know what to do. Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Vault Illusion. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted in the future. Alright then, next up we have some hoodie and pants. It is the Crazy Doctor hoodie and pants. Why is there so much red on this? It's supposed to be full blue. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on? What made them so crazy? I don't know. What did they do? I'm very worried. So yeah, looking pretty sinister right there. Are you a fan of this? Do you like what you see? Then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. L4FER. Let's see how that potentially turns out. Next up though, we do have... I don't want to play the video because you didn't make the video, you just took that from YouTube, but it's the I like corn video, so feel free to listen to that in your own time. Yes, Mr. Confusion has produced corn. He has become corn. He's a corny guy. He is corn now. Do you want to be corn as well? Then, you know, consider voting yes or no. Submit to the corn. Become the corn. Become corn. So you're going to be bright and yellow and reasonably tasty with butter, then, you know, it's up to you. Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Confusion. I don't know if there's enough people that like corn. I'm just going to sit there and say that. I don't like corn. There you go. I said it. Popcorn? It might be a bit different. Don't make a popcorn hoodie and pants, please. All right, let's move on to the next thing. What do we have? Boots and gloves continuations. Interesting. All right. So, first up, here we have the likes of the Overheat boots and gloves. There is a bit of a situation though. The only other skins that are part of that set are currently in the Rust store, the hoodie and pants. So nice to see an immediate continuation for the likes of Mr. Johnny Old Boy. Very nice to see. Currently, both of these have done about 10,500 subscribers, which is totally fine. I expected around 10 to 12,000 subscribers, so it seems to be matching up to that. And yes, if we were to see immediate continuations being accepted, I fully believe those hoodie and pants will be spiking demand, spiking in price. But they are also abnormal. So I'm going to save the talking about that for tomorrow, because we're going to have to discuss prices tomorrow before we proceed to do barters and whatnot. But that is definitely a very nice thing to see, potentially for the future of that set. An immediate continuation will definitely cause those hoodie and pants to instantly spike in demand, spike in price. So that's looking very optimistic. Coincidentally, we also have the boots and the gloves for the Blackguard Tier 3. That's looking pretty interesting. That's looking pretty good. So the exact same scenario. The only other skins are currently in the Rust store right now. However, Blackguard hasn't sold as much. There's only so much of that to go around, which very likely might have an even bigger impact. Alright? So looking at the Blackguard Tier 3, alright? Looking at these, doesn't matter. So as long as we see it being continued, so as long as we see a continuation, yes, that will spike in demand and spike in price. The fact that it could be appearing immediately as of this Thursday, yeah, you're going to see a very quick sudden spike in demand, spike in price. So Blackguard, you're looking pretty good. I love the booties. I love the little kick. You can see the soles. Lots of effort put there. So yeah, you don't see many people willing to show the soles of their boot skins. So a lot of effort was put into that. You got the shoelaces tied up and whatnot. That's looking pretty cool. And yes, that'll be more of a topic for discussion tomorrow, because that's the only skin. It's becoming marketable tomorrow. I look forward to finding out. So yeah, feel free to look in the links of my description. Come to my stream tomorrow. We'll be discussing prices for that and whatnot. Cool. So let's move on to the next thing. Apostate's back. What? Yep, Apostate from a long time ago has returned. So let's just go down memory lane. I do still get people asking me, when's Apostate coming back? Yep, Apostate had the likes of hoodie and pants being accepted. That was cool. And then we were pretty optimistic to see the likes of Tier 3 and Tier 2 being accepted. And then it didn't happen. So another attempt was made. It didn't happen. And now, 2 years later, here we are with another attempt. Hey, we'll see. Yeah, core pieces. When a new core piece is accepted, the pre-existing core pieces will spike in demand, spike in price. It doesn't matter if these don't appear to have a ton of demand right now. They will be spiking in demand if we were to see Tier 2 armor being accepted. So if you feel super confident with the likes of that, by all means, feel free to jump in, because there's plenty to go around. But That's a big if. That's a big if. But it is very straightforward. Yes, if that were to be accepted, those hoodie and pants will be Spike and Demand, Spike and Price. So if you like what you see there, and if you're a fan of that, then by all means, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Multi-Yellow Hat Boris and Mr. Damdin. Right then, now we're down to the final few skins for Tier 3. And let me tell you, we're going to finish this video off with quite a yap session, so buckle up, we're almost there. Night face mask with transparency. I like the design you have here. Get a good look at that. Looking pretty cool. So this is produced by Mr. Voodoo. Get a good look at that. Yep. Are you a fan? Do you like what you see? Oh, he's holding a weapon. He demands you vote yes. Alright. If you don't, he's going to shoot. He's going to get you. He's going to get you. Right, so yeah. By all means, please consider voting yes or no if you happen to be a fan of that. Best of luck to you, Voodoo. Let's see how this potentially turns out. Let's see if you can get your first ever skins being accepted. Next up, what do we have here? It's Mr. Kosem with his Toxic Warfare Tier 3. You don't need any skins accepted. You already have tons. You have Legacy Kevlar money. Anyway, I'm joking. Look at that. Looking pretty cool. Darkish green. Don't think you're going to be hiding in the likes of the desert there. Yeah, are you a fan of that? Do you like what you see? Well, best of luck to the likes of these two. Please consider showing your support. Please consider voting yes or no. Oh, I thought it was two. Sorry, it's just Mr. Kosem. He does have competition though. You know I was leading to it. Here we go. Flashbacks Tier 3 has been resubmitted. I told you, and here we are. It's come back. Just in time for the likes of June Force White. Just in time with all the likes of these Twitch events that are about to take place. Mate, don't even get me started. First of all, we should discuss the situation that happened with the likes of the hoodie and pants. So I did make a video talking about that, so if I just go over to here. Here we are. You might recall I had my Flashbacks follow-up video where I discussed how certain people had been dumping the likes of hoodies, yet the pants just sat there perfectly fine. It's so easy, guys. There's only hoodie and pants. Well, actually, there is a right helmet as well, but let's just focus the hoodie and pants. There is an abundance of these in the Steam market because, as I said, one individual just felt like unloading stock constantly in the Steam market. The big thing behind the likes of Flashbacks is it's a much more affordable, cheap alternative compared to Forest Raiders, as in green camouflage. Very, very well sought after, let me tell you that. Now, the problem with Forest Raiders is it currently costs $300 for the full set. And I will be taking a look at that in a second, but just look at the difference between the pants and the hoodie, and yeah, you can clearly see why the pants are doing so much better. Let's say certain individuals bought far too many of these hoodies and they just keep constantly unloading their stock and selling to the highest buy orders constantly. Yet they failed to realise that this was on the way. So, doesn't matter. If we see that being accepted, you will be seeing a spike in demand and a spike in price. You will see that improve. You'll definitely see that improve, that's for sure, 100%. But to really focus this, if we go over to here, Forest Raiders, Hedge, it can't be that expensive. You're just over-exaggerating. Surely it's not $300 it is. It's $294.32. Yep. Now, more specifically, the hoodie and pants, that right there, $70. That right there, about $33. Combined, $50. You could buy all of the Forest Raider set, except the hoodie and pants, and instead just go get Flashbacks hoodie and pants. Sorry, I hit my mic there. Go get Flashbacks hoodie and pants for $3 instead. And it'll be just as good. Perfectly fine, because the colour green of the Flashbacks is the closest thing we've ever seen compared to the likes of Forest Raiders. You know, in the past we had like Reptile Hunter and whatnot. No, Flashbacks is better. So if you're optimistic, if you really are optimistic for the likes of Flashbacks, yes, even if it looks like it's done about 40,000 sales, because remember, we can only tell by subscriber count. According to SCM.app, there's a lot more of these in circulation. Don't matter, you'll see that spike in demand, spike in price. And if we end up getting the full set, oh, even better, mate. And gradually over time, you'll likely see that just slowly keep rising up and up and up and up in price. So as long as Forest Raiders remains being very expensive, people look for budget alternatives, people look at Flashbacks, Flashbacks will get bought out, price will improve, and that'll be a very nice investment. If it's accepted. Because this isn't the first time we've tried to, Mr. Algorithm's tried to get a continuation. He did Tier 2 first, didn't get accepted, And then, oh no, he did tier 3 first, didn't get accepted. Then he did tier 2. Sorry, got it the wrong way round. It has been a good month and a half, and now we get another attempt at the tier 3. So we'll see how this turns out, alright? I have spoken to him. It looks like we will be seeing more continuations, but we won't be seeing tier 2 for a while. He wants to keep it spaced out for a while, alright? So, we'll see what happens, okay? We'll see what happens. But, very nice potential positive thing in the future. Maybe. If that comes out for June Force Wipe, the sales for that tier 3 armour will be ridiculous. Surely Face Punch is aware of that. Because we've seen many skins in the past that we looked at them and we thought, that's a money printer. All Face Punch has to do is just accept. And yet they didn't. So we don't know how they look at skins, and we don't know if they're purely financially motivated and wanting to print money and whatnot, but yeah. Flashbacks would do that, especially for June, when kids are out of school and it's summer vacation. So Algorithm bided his time, waited it out, he's releasing it again as a version 2, and we'll see if this gets accepted this time, right? So, be optimistic, look forward to it, and yeah, that's all I can really say. So out of all of that then, that is the final clothing and armour skin to discuss. So, by all means, please shout out in the comments which of these skins that you see here was your absolute most favourites. Which ones do you reckon are definitely being accepted in future Rust stores? That's very nice, that's very nice. Right, let's just close these two real quickly. Right then, Hedge, earlier you alluded to the fact that there were some Twitch drops recently. Yes, if you were to go watch my recent videos, especially this one, I have been discussing over the past few weeks that it's very likely we're going to have some Twitch drops. Considering that we've had tweets like this from Abe, there you go, Rust Kingdoms is going to start on May 25. It just so happens that quite a few people that have taken part in this event have also submitted Twitch drop skins to the workshop quite recently. And if I were to just quickly hop over to here and take a look at some recent Twitch drop submissions we've seen, put onto the workshop and whatnot, you've got Trainwreck's Blue Gem LR300 right there. You've got XQC and Buddha's chestplate right there. Oh, Pirate chestplate, eat your heart out. And then we have probably the most... You know a lot of people are going to complain about this. You know a lot of people are going to be adoring this and loving this. You've got a very, very anime AK47 for Miskith and Emiru. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you got all the peepos on the side and whatnot. Aimed on the side. What do you see? Oh, look, it's another peepo. So, that's cool. That's a very nice, well-made skin produced by Slanosta there. Well, yeah, such beautiful art, Mr. Slanosta. Oh, exquisite. Should be an art gallery. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, can't help but assume we're going to be getting some Twitch drops. My current guess is we're going to have a community blog post submitted on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, and that's when they're going to announce all the people who are going to have Twitch drops. And it just so happens, right, if I go back over to here, on the horizon, we do have another Twitch drop event taking place. Yes, Bellum 2. We're going to have another Bellum event, the Spanish-speaking event. Apparently it's been changed to the 10th of June, I don't fully know, but after June Force Wipe, so it's going to go like this. This upcoming weekend, we're going to have Rust Kingdoms. Then the next week, or a few days' time after that, we'll have June Force Wipe, and then a few days after that, we'll have Bellum. And it's fully expected that Bellum is also going to have Twitch drops. The last year's event had them, fully expecting it again, and I do have Spanish viewers that watch me during my streams, and they've kind of pointed out that the people organising the event have kind of outright said they're getting Twitch drops. So, yeah. Feel free to go give this video a good watch to understand the whole situation. So, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty sweet. Player counts during the likes of the summertime? Oh, mate, I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, that is the video for today. I hope you appreciated it. I hope you liked it. Sorry if it was long, but as I said at the very beginning of the video, please consider skipping ahead if you want to. I provided the option, so, yeah, you get the idea. Right then, so, we're about to hit the summer now, and it's looking very, very interesting. Our skins are very likely to be peaking up to new all-time high prices. I'm looking forward to it. Here's a quick little look at the likes of the skins right here. In terms of score, Flashbacks is doing very well. Lots of upvotes and downvotes. Loads of people really wanted it. Alright, I can't help but express that enough. Alright, so loads of people really wanted to see more Flashbacks. Hey, you got it. Also, Tempered doing just as good. Apocalyptic Vendor Garage Door looking pretty good there. I didn't point this out, but yeah, we got the potential brand new Apocalyptic. We're getting the travelling vendor being potentially added for June Force Wipe. There you go, travelling vendor right there. That's been worked on a ton throughout all of this month. So yeah, keep an eye on the commits to be aware of all the new upcoming potential content that'll be released for the new updates and whatnot. You get the idea. Blah, 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 blah. Hedge, stop yapping. Let's finish this. Let's wrap this up. Okay. So as I said, for some of these skins, we will be doing the Abnormal Barter stream tomorrow. So you're more than welcome to come join us. Once again, I'll sit here and say, look in the description of this video and you will see there are links to all my socials, my Discord server, my TikTok if you want to look at that, my Twitter, and of course my Twitch streams. I will be on tomorrow. You're more than welcome to jump in and ask some questions. If you're a skin creator, you're more than welcome to do so. Once ask questions if you want. I mean, I can't really help you out that much. I don't work for Face Punch. I just do this because I'm crazy. I have skins brain rot. I can't stop thinking about them. All right then. So yeah, the summer just around the corner. Really does look like we're going to have a much better amount of people playing. And that leads to improved demand for all the skins, which will very likely lead to much better skin prices. As I said, we're expecting skin prices to peak around June or July time. So let's stay optimistic. Let's just also keep an eye on the likes of all the future Rust Workshop skins. Sorry about this, I was trying to go back over to here. So let's see how it is. Let's see if any of these get accepted. Or maybe we'll get some very random extra late picks again. Yeah, we'll see. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely week. Look forward to the next batch of skins and look forward to the next Rust Tour. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.